This how-to is going to be on how to add a key input data field to an alarm on a BSC. So if there's a situation where you're wanting to collect specific data from an alarm, either on that set, clear, or acknowledge state, and where you can kind of do a free form, then this would be what you would want to set up when we're looking at a BSC. So from your main page, we're going to select this core software, and then we're going to select configuration and devices. You can always just select devices over here. So you have a station set up for this. So we can go to this key input, we're going to hit edit, we're going to go to our monitoring points, and then so for this supervisor alarm, what I want to set up is that I want to collect their employee ID when they respond to the alarm. So with supervisor selected, I'm going to hit data field. It's going to populate a new data field in here. And then I want to call this employee ID. The mode, I want this on acknowledge. So when that supervisor acknowledges this alarm, it's going to ask them for their employee ID. The type is going to be key input because we want them to type this in. What these options mean here. So not required means that they do not have to enter anything into the data field to acknowledge that alarm. So they can just hit acknowledge and not put anything in the data field and hit OK, and it would clear out if that's checkmarked. The way it is right now is it's set up so that they have to enter something in, or it will not let them acknowledge the alarm. Allow modification at any time. So what this means is that if I set this, once I acknowledge the alarm and I put in an employee name or ID, sorry, I can modify it. So you would select that option. So I don't want to be able to do either one of those. This would be the value type. So if it's text, it'll come up with a keyboard on the input module so that you can be able to type in. If you select numeric, right, it's going to only show you a keypad with numbers or numpad. True false is just going to say true or false. Doesn't really apply to this situation. Most likely it's always going to be a text or a numeric. So for me, I'm going to do text. We'll click over here. So now I'm going to see my employee ID is a child of my supervisor alarm that's going to come up on acknowledge. So I'm going to go ahead and save and exit from this. And then I have a PC input module, or PC BSC, sorry. Here it is, our key inputs. We use that. So this is how this would look. So I would set my supervisor alarm. It's going to send that message out, hey, such and such is needed at this station. They're going to acknowledge it. It's going to ask for that employee ID. So they can do that way. Type in their name. So I set it up as text. Now on the PC side, it doesn't show that keyboard, but it would be on your hardware side. Basically hit OK. Now then that's acknowledged and it's got their ID. Once they finish the issue, it's cleared up. That's all that there is for the key input data field, add into an alarm. Look forward to talking to you again.